Have you ever wondered why you're not further ahead with your goals than you currently are? In this video, I will share some of my insights that I had over the last couple of months on how you can deal with this to make sure that whatever goal you set, you will actually achieve or at least make some major progress in. The way that I learned this process is by preparing myself for the marathon. First of all, last year I ran my first ever marathon in 5.5 hours. It was in my vision book, a book that I teach people on how to create a life that's worth living on people's terms. If you'd like to know more, just send me a DM. But in this book, one of my goals was to run a marathon. Now, everyone knows you can't just run a marathon without any training, right? You set your goal of running a marathon and then you prepare like 3-6 months before based on your condition. You do your training every day. And then after 3 or 6 months, you can run like a normal marathon. That's exactly what I did. I set my goal of running a marathon. I had a 6 months training program, and after 6 months, I was able to run the marathon in 5.5 hours, which is, still quite slow, even with 6 months of training. In the beginning, it was really tough. Like, I remember after a couple of runs, I had to see a chiropractor because my knee was totally fucked, as I've never ran like longer than 5 kilometers before. But you know what? I didn't give up on my goals. I kept on going and training for the marathon because I really wanted to run it. It was really inspiring to me. And this is the thing that people get wrong with goals. They set their goal, like the end result, like I want to run a marathon. And then they don't want to do anything for it. And they just run it the next day and they're fucked. And this is exactly what happened. Like a couple of months ago, I ran the half marathon. And there's so many people there that run half marathons for charities. And before the event, I started talking with them like, hey, what's your running like? And they're like, oh yeah, I just started running, yeah. And I'm thinking, you're gonna be fucked because even the half marathon is hard. And that day, there was actually a heat wave in London. So many people actually collapsed and there was like ambulance everywhere because they wanted to take a shortcut. They thought, oh, if I just run a half marathon for charity, I can do that without any practice. But this is exactly the process that many people use as well in business or with money. They buy a course, like a get-rich-quick scheme, or a course on Facebook ads, or a course on how to make courses, or a course on how to make courses for courses. You know what I mean? And over the last couple of years, I spent over $300,000 in courses, seminars, coaches, consultants, audio programs, you name it, you name the people, I've done it. And what I learned is there are no shortcuts. You cannot just fake it. You cannot just buy a course and expect like, boom, you're gonna be a millionaire in a month. So whenever you see these programs, I believe you need to run away because it's only gonna make the course creators rich. You need to have a plan with daily actions that will get you there. And otherwise you're just dreaming and fantasizing. The same is true with money. Like, everyone wants to be a millionaire, but millionaire is the end result. The millionaire is that marathon goal. Now, I'm all about, making money and becoming a millionaire, but you need to start somewhere. So where are you starting from? If you're just watching Netflix all day, or you're just overeating all day and not doing anything, it's not going to happen by you just setting that goal by itself. You need to break it down into specific daily action steps and also make sure that you do it in a way that is inspiring to you, not to what some sort of guru is telling you on what to do. Now, if you need some help, I have this program called Vision Book. And as some of you know, every year I create a book and it's now more than 400 pages. It has all of my goals in all areas of life that I want to achieve. And then every quarter I look in this book and I think, hey, what are the goals that I want to achieve this quarter? And I break it down, I put it in my diary so it's real. And most of them I achieve. So if you'd like some help with this, send me a DM and we can have a chat about it. I can show you my vision book. And it will greatly improve the odds of you achieving what you actually want. Otherwise, it's just a fantasy, it's just a goal that you're never going to achieve. And you're going to beat yourself up and you think like, what's wrong with me? You know, I set this goal of becoming a millionaire and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck, and you know, I'm still watching Netflix every day. I want you to create a life on your terms that's inspiring to you, on your way. And that's why I created this program. I know it's a bit of a pitch, but if not, do it yourself. Find a way that you can set goals that you want to achieve, so you don't have to spend $300,000 like I did in a bunch of courses and shortcuts bullshit that are not getting you anywhere. So having said that, you know, last week I ran my 3rd marathon, and 4 weeks ago I ran my 2nd marathon. Even in the beginning, you know, you set your marathon target or your well target or your 6-pack target, whatever it is. And in the beginning, the progress seems really slow. Like, I did my first marathon 5.5 hours, it's so slow. But then I continued running my 2nd marathon, 4 hours 20. I shaved off 1 hour and 10 minutes. And then a couple of weeks later, 4 hours 9 minutes, so 11 minutes shaved. In the beginning, it's going to be hard, but you will make progress and you will build momentum. And that's the way that you're going to achieve many of your other goals as well. You build momentum, the ball starts rolling. You know, in the beginning, maybe you make $10, $50, and then it becomes $100 or $1,000. You're not going to make $1 million just from zero. You have to build it up. You have to build that momentum. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Send me a DM if you want some help with the vision book. And otherwise, I'll see you at the next one. I'm going back to running now. Ciao for now.